but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I'm not bad myself, but you're amazing. You're amazing. One day, when we're getting wrinkly and our hair's grey, a rusty old banger in the driveway, one of us will maybe wear a toupee, but I will be in love with you.
Wow, wow, wow. What a day. Can you all hear me? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome back. Welcome back. Who have we got in the room? Hopefully, we have our incredible speakers here. Let me just take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, here she is. Here's Carolyn. There's Nilsa. There's Maria. Let's just start with an amazing round of applause. Oh my goodness. Didn't they do well? What an amazing job. Yeah. Guys, I want you to all just unmute yourself all together. Let's just start with, how do we feel right now? Give me a word, give me a share. We're going to go into each of these guys and we're going to give them some love, a fountain of praise, as Laurie loves to call it. We're going to call on each of them. Look at you taking a deep breath, Nilsa. Yes, you are amazing. That's absolutely right. But let's just open the mic and share. How is everybody feeling after that? Let's hear it from our audience participants first. Who wants to share?
Inspired. That was just amazing. It was the preparation. You guys just killed it. It's weird to say, I was so proud of you. I mean, you guys really, really did amazing. So many different emotions and ways that you presented. It was all different and unique. Well done.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sean. Everyone will get a chance to share for every speaker, but who's got something burning they just will say, this is how I'm feeling right now. Who's next? Who wants to
I
say
would
something?
say, well done.
Well done.
Well
Thank you.
done. I'm very inspired. And every message landed and was so meaningful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
Who else? Who else would love to share where
Yeah.
they're feeling right now before we get into all of that?
I'm
Nicole.
very energized. I think this has been the word that Luke and I came up with is epic. And I've I've been in one other, but I was only there just to support one, Carolyn, but this was really very energized. I mean, you can tell that everybody prepared and you knew your stuff and you lived it and it came through. And I love that. And you definitely inspire me to continue preparing and doing what I need to do to deliver. Thank you so very much.
Beautiful. Let's have one more. Nicole, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it was just encouraging to see the final package, start to finish. So I think that's motivating to be able to, see the end result.
Okay, beautiful. So here's how we're going to play this now. We got about 25 minutes. We always go over, but like if anyone has a hard stop, you could drop off. That's absolutely fine, but we'll see how we go. So what I'd love to do is I'm going to invite our incredible speakers to go one by one, and each of our speakers will share how they experienced their talk and how they felt, what went well, what they noticed. And then we'll move into our fountain of compliments. Who loves a fountain of compliments? I love a fountain of compliments. And we will go around the room in whatever order we want to, and we're going to shower that person with the specific things that they did incredibly well. So first up, I want to invite Nilsa to unmute. And if we can all go on mute for now, and when Nilsa shares how she felt, I'd love to invite you to raise your virtual hand so that I know who wants to go first, because I'm sure everyone's going to have a burning desire to share what they took away from this incredible talk. So Nilsa, how did it feel for you?
It felt amazing because, as I said in the speech, it's a work in progress. I've been in the academy, I think this is my 6th time, and it's a work in progress. I mean, from the first one that I was so nervous, now it's learning the frame, the aim, and now it's putting all the pieces. Now I'm at the point of building the balance sheet in public speaking. It's putting all the pieces together. And that's a muscle, that's leverage. Like, you have to continue and continue and continue to do it to be able to deliver the message so it connects for people. It's a work in progress, and I'm happy and excited. I will do it again until I will continue to do it. I enjoy it, and it's fun. But it takes practice, and there's a framework, and it's a work in progress. That's what I want to say.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you all for showing up as well, because it means a lot.
I'm curious. Can I ask you a question, Nilsa?
Sure.
What felt different this time? Because I think we joked earlier, you've done the Academy 67 times. I'm just kidding. I think it's 5 or 6. But what felt different today for you?
What feels different that when Lori tells us to create a story library, that's one part of it, but as your life is full of stories every day. And when you're able to find a story and put it in a way that can transform another person, there's a power in that. So for me, is I'm living my life, but I'm also living experiences that are a story that I can share with others to get them on their own journey. So I talked about the 5 C's because that's what I came up with at Epcot, but it could mean something different for somebody else. But the concept can move the person.
Yeah, I love that. Sounds to me like you're not just sitting in a room and practicing your public speaking and learning all the things, but you're in real life. You're in real life thinking about, wow, how can I use this through the lens of storytelling or the lens of my business to create something new and exciting and different for me to share my story?
Exactly.
Wow, that's beautiful. Carolyn, let's hear from you first. Oh, let's unmute you first. I love technology and technology loves me.
You know it. You know me. You know me. I watched Nilsa like a hawk because she has done this more than me. She has come before me. And so I watch her progress because that is little tiny hints of what my next version will be. So I watch her path. I learn a lot by watching her path because she's just a few steps ahead of me, which I think is a very good way to learn. Nilsa I just really resonate with her more and more and more. She is more comfortable. She knows her stuff. And I just use her as my template. My template. Full stop. Full stop.
Was that another mic drop, Carolyn?
Yeah, that was full stop. Not mic drop. I'm a Brit now. Full stop.
Beautiful. And how does it feel to receive those words, Nilsa?
Inspiring to continue forward. It's really nice. Thank you, Carolyn.
Beautiful. Thank you, Carolyn. Ivo.
Yes, thank you, Nilsa, for this inspiring speech. For me, it was so great how you produced with your story in Disney and included the 5 C's, and then even got further with the Shark Tank and the conviction automation and to know your numbers and why to know your numbers, why it's so important. This was the circle from your beginning. I like that. It's so, yes, inspiring for me as well. To know, oh, you did it, I can do it. Hopefully, let's see.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ivo. Sean.
No, it was great. I loved your energy. You really brought the energy that I know that you have, and your beautiful smile. And I've watched some of your videos in the archives, so I've actually even seen the progress. I mean, from your first one to this one was awesome. And I got to ask, did you read anything, or was it all, because it looked like, I don't know. I'm like, how is she doing this? Like, she's doing so well.
No reading. I came up with the concept of 5 C's, and I
Yep.
just kept thinking in my head. And then I met with Luke yesterday, and we went through because I always get confused with the frame. I know what the aim is, but then I get confused with the frame, and he walked me through it. And this morning I said, okay, I can do this. It's a conversation. I see it as a conversation. When I think of it as a keynote, I need to read something. But if it's a conversation, if I'm sitting with you and we're having a coffee, I can talk like this with you. So that's what I
And I,
try.
no, I loved it because the whole relationship between money and family. I have a 17-year-old daughter who wants to go back to Disney and everything. So I could relate to everything that you said. So well done. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sean. Laverne.
Nilsa, this was so inspiring. But what really, for me, what really brought it to light was over the weekend, I decided to watch all of the videos. And of course, you had about 4 or 5 of them on there. And I just watched your growth and your progression. And oh my God, this this is the one. You did it. But I like the fact, and when I first came into the academy, my concern was how do you connect the stories to your message? But you taught me that over the weekend. Every video I looked at, I realized, oh, this is the way we do it. And you kept doing it differently. And everyone connected. And I'm like, okay. So this for me has really, really been a lesson, and you're very inspirational, and I see you, doing so much more. So thank you, and thank you for the 5 C's. I mean, I wrote them down, so maybe one day I'll get to use them. But thank you so very much. This was really, really very inspiring, and I truly felt like I learned so much for my own presentation. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Laverne. Nicole.
Oh, so that was a lot of fun, especially because anything about numbers I'm totally into. I think the story that you told at the beginning that brought us from kind of the general, the Disney experience to, really the core of your message that stuck with me was, the ticket price, and then that $300 extra, and how, we get distracted and we ignore it. And that little story that hits, whether you're in business, your personal life, the grocery store. I think everybody had that experience of being distracted or not looking close enough and realizing that, we missed it, and we could have either saved money, saved time, if we had only paid attention, if we had only looked more closely, if we only taken a moment, we could have just had such a better experience and done so much more. So I feel like that was oh boy, I've been there, and now you're going to help me not do that again. Like that to me opened the door to, like, I want to listen to what else you have to say. So thank you for that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nicole. Let's hear from you, Maria. What did you love about Nilsa's talk? You may not have been able to pay attention to it because you were thinking about your own,
Mhm.
but did you want to share anything?
Yeah, I truly loved her energy. I loved her energy, and I too was watching her videos in the past and watched her grow, and really learned from her as well. So, and her message is just clear and fun and just energetic, just like yeah, it was perfect. And I really learned a lot from you, Nelsa. So thank you. Thank you for the insight.
Beautiful. Thank you, Maria. Daphne.
Yes, Nelsa, I love your energy and I love your message. And I can relate to what you're talking about because I'm in finances too. I'm not a CPA, but I understand the importance of
Yeah, same
budgeting
here.
and being and mindful spending, but at the same time, time is money, and knowing when to level up and buy the higher ticket item to or the express pass in Disney so you can have the better experience while you're there in less time. So that really, and then you're able to stir that into your product someday. So that was very insightful. It was a really smart move. I loved it.
Beautiful.
I
Thank
just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you, Daphne. Monica, we have the legend that is Monica Roseberry on the call, everybody. So, Monica, did you want to share anything? You don't have to, but like, what a gift it would be if you did.
Honestly, I wasn't there. I
Okay,
met
that's
so, but here's what I know. I have watched these people grow, and I have watched the deepening of their understanding of themselves as message carriers, basically. We'll call you speakers, but you guys all have a message, and it sounds like you absolutely rocked it. And I will have to go back and watch those. So my apologies for missing it, but I really wanted to be here for this part.
Hey, no apology necessary. Thank you for joining with us, Monica. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. So, how does that feel, Nilsa, to get all of those different perspectives that pretty much say, "Oh my God, you rock"?
I love it. This is the gift. I'm giving a gift and I'm receiving a gift. And I am at a point in my life where I love receiving the gift as well, because sometimes we don't want to receive the gifts, but I like the gift. And I'm happy that I love the power of decision making. I made a choice to learn the public speaking, and that you guys can look at those videos and see the progress, the work in progress, that we're all a work in progress. I think that's priceless. This is like Disney here. I love it. This is the magic of Lori's Public Speaking Academy. She's created this magic. When I see her next time, I said she's created a Disney for public speaking.
I love that. That's beautiful. Well, I have a little gift for you, Nilsa. This is something, it's an adaptation of something we do in the Tony world. And this is how we celebrate. So I'd love to celebrate, Nilsa. It looks a bit like this. 1, 2, 3. Mwah. So let's all do it for Nilsa. 1, 2, 3. Mwah. Thank you so much, Nilsa. Okay, so next up to the stage, we have the incredible, the amazing Carolyn. Would you like to tell us how you felt about your talk today, Carolyn?
This was my third or fourth, I can't remember, but I'm 78, so hey, give me a break. Anyway, this is the one I had fun with,
Great.
and I was the most comfortable with. And I had a wonderful session with you that gave me amazing clarity. I was kind of going wonky the way where I was normally going, but you pulled me back. It made so much sense. I rewrote my speech. And the other thing that I learned is that I told Lori this a couple of days ago. I said, you know what happened to me that's really bizarre, is really interesting that I noticed? I said, I was talking to Luke about, my one-on-one, and he said, give it to me. Give it to me. I went, what? I wasn't expecting that. And so I just gave it to you. Then the next day, I have another coach called Craig Siegel, and he's helping me write my book. And he said, give it to me. I went, And I said, when I sit and think about it, when you're waiting in line, you're thinking about it, bad juvie, weird jujubee stuff happens. But when someone just says, do it, I went, and I just did it. And I was actually the most comfortable because I didn't get in my own head. I didn't have time to get in my head for an hour or 30 minutes before. That was a really powerful insight, really powerful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing. Let's see, who would love to share what they took away from Carolyn? What did they notice? What did they take away? What did they enjoy? Who'd love to give a fountain of compliments to Carolyn today? Who'd love to go first? I see Evo first on the buzzer. Go ahead, Evo.
Carolyn, it was so amazing. Thank you for your inspiring speech. And what I really liked is you're ripping out of being so wise and your life experience. So for me, it's so true what you said about what's the point without health and what if health is the new wealth. I like the introduction it hooked me so completely. And then I was picking at your lips. So for the whole speech, so inspiring. Thank you so much. Great introduction. And I like your energy and your experience, credibility. That was the word I was looking for. Oh man, your credibility, it's huge. Thank you. I really liked it.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Evo. Sean, what do you got?
Yeah, really well done. Really well done. And I've known you for a little over a year now. So to see your progress is amazing too. Your question, I loved how you opened it up. You had great questions to start to really pull people in. But what really captured me is like you always have a lot of energy, right? Like you're like big. And to see you kind of like pull it back to deliver a very emotional, powerful message. And you did it really slowly and calmly. And you had like, I felt you kept like a good pace to it and everything. Um, I know, I really liked it. It was really good.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sean. Daphne.
Well, Carolyn, I think that was your best one yet that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, but I think you hit the 4 C's. So the coolness, the credibility, the community, and your confidence. I can just tell how much more confident you were today. You were paced and poised, and your message was spot on. You really hit it home with the message with being paying attention early. And I like what you said about the little steps that you can take. That it's not one big, it's not a little pill that you take or one big thing that you do. It's all the little steps that count. And I really loved your message.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Daphne. Maria.
Carolyn, you are an inspiration, and thank you for helping me with my own speech. But I always find you to be just elegant and someone who I aspire to work with and be like. So your message was pretty clear as we're getting older. I mean, I'm 61 now, but I want to I want to look as good as you. And yeah, so thank you for that. So it's the little things. That's what I'm going to start with today.
It's true.
Beautiful. Thank you. Nicole.
Yeah, I think I was kind of along the same lines around, who your target audience is and the message of consistency and, um, that small and don't be afraid. I think a lot of these kind of health and wellness, so many of these messages are targeted for younger people and like take advantage of it while you're young and all of the influencers and things. And so when you kind of gave that cutoff part of 50, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the over 50 crowd. So yep, speak to me. Like that's what we're doing. We're trying to do like one thing at a time and it gets harder and harder. And you know, things are changing and they're not always working the way that things used to work. So, we need all the supports we can get because not all the medical research was targeted for us back in the day. So, I really like the fact that you put that in there and it wasn't a big like loud message. It was a subtle message, but it was targeted. And I think that really resonated. So that I really appreciated you including that in your talk.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nicole. Laverne.
Carolyn, 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 you did it. This was really, as you said, one of your better speeches, and I loved it. Just very informative. We're along the same lines when we talk, in our niche, and you are definitely an expression of age is only a number, because as we all know, you do not look your age, and you are definitely you represent your message. So I'm going to thank you for the message and encourage you to continue moving on. And I look forward to reading your book. Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Laverne. Maria, did you have something else to say or? No, you just went your hand out. That's fine. Okay. And Nilsa, what reflections do you have for Carolyn?
Yeah, Carolyn is in the 5C model. She's in the 7 layers of confidence. And there's been a shift in her work in progress that it's inspiring and it's energizing. She's posting online. You know, she put music to her keynote. She did a mic drop. There's so much power and this high frequency energy that Carolyn is enjoying right now in her life. And I love it. My grandfather lived to be 110 and he was in perfect health. And he always told me, don't listen to doctors that you retire at 60. You just keep pushing forward. That was his philosophy. And I get to have a role model in this group, Carolyn, who shares her age freely. And she looks amazing. If she doesn't say her age, I would have never guessed it. So I'm really proud of her. And one of her speeches, she talked about the grape and the raisin. And I never forget that when I'm talking to my friends and they come with this attitude, oh, we're getting old. Oh, I'm like, oh my God, are you a raisin already? Come on, be a grape. I use that in my community. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? I'm just starting. Why? And I just love her message. And I want to see her I want to see her grow big because her message is very powerful, not only for women, for men as well.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Nilsa.
So I sent her the email. I put number 3 on there. So maybe I'm lucky to be the first 3 to sign up.
That's so beautiful. And before we just rock, Carol, I just want to check, are we all good for another 5 or 10 minutes? Did anyone have a hard stop? Or are we all good? Thumbs up if you're good to stay. Maria, you okay to stay? Yeah, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Because I don't want to rush through this because this is so magical. This is just, I think, one of the most beautiful experiences of this whole academy. And for those of you who have spoken already, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I really want you all to notice as well that notice how everyone around the room has noticed something different and made a different comment. Just like with your audience. Everyone in the audience will notice something different and will see things from their own perspective. So what we have in this room is 8 or 9 models of the world, as we'd call it. And so that's why everyone sees something different. And what's beautiful about this is you'll receive feedback you couldn't even think about because it's not maybe in your model of the world. So it's great to see, wow, I didn't even realize that, you know, Nilsa, I'm sharing something you've told me with my friends. That's so powerful to receive that gift to say, and this is the shade under the trees of the seeds that we plant, the ripple effect of what we say. And I just want all of you to just soak that in and realize, you know, what the power is and how people see you in so many different ways through so many lenses, and receive that gift as you get the feedback. So let's celebrate Caroline with a 1, 2, 3. Mwah. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Mwah. Oh, you see her feeling it in her chair. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, let's hear from Maria now then. Maria, first time, no one would have thought it though. What an incredible performance. How did it feel for you, Maria?
I was nervous, I have to admit, but I had to keep telling myself, like you had told me and Lori, not to get inside my head. So I didn't, and I just wanted to speak from the heart at that point. So my message just resonated from within. So that's how I wanted it to be. And the experience, I was like living the experience at that time as well. So I was able to stay calm and just like go in my head, like what are all the steps, but at the same time, just speak from the heart.
Yeah, beautiful. And I think we all saw that you did that. I want to hear from everybody. Sean, I know you have 5 minutes, so I'm going to invite you to go first, then Laverne, because you have 7 minutes. Anyone else has a time constraint, let me know in the chat so I can prioritize your feedback so that Maria can get all of your beautiful feedback. So Sean, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I thought you did a great job, especially for your first time. It was truly amazing. I'm just looking at my notes. I think you had great opening questions to really bring the people in. And as being a parent as well, I really resonated with your struggles and everything. I've had my own. So that connection was really made with me. And I will say at the end, you actually gave me goosebumps, literally gave me goosebumps. So I figured if you're going to give me goosebumps, that's a good sign. So it was really heartfelt. You weren't afraid to be emotional. And I don't understand truly how you kept it together, honestly. With all of these amazing stories and feelings that you had in yourself. But well done. Sharon.
Sorry, everyone. I got it now. Carry on, Sean.
No, that was it. It was incredible. Really well done.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sean. Laverne, because I know you have a time constraint as well.
I did. Maria, that was really well done with big, and I say that because of it being such a heart-wrenching, emotional speech. As Sean said, you kept it together, and that was wonderful, but you didn't have to. But you did, and that was wonderful. What I got from it, I wrote down the resilience and the community and the faith. And for me, what I got from your resilience was the growth, and your community was your lifeline, and your faith was your strength. And all that brought it all together. And I believe that you will be very impactful in on the stage in speaking to cancer survivors. They need to hear this. They need to understand what, that they're not in it alone, for one, and the fact that the way you nurtured your daughter through the whole process and explained everything to her so she could understand from the age of 10 and now she's 23 and such a successful young lady. Wonderful. You did an amazing job. And I look forward to seeing you and to hearing you on the stages, to speaking to women that, and not only women, because I've had a couple male friends that I know that have had breast cancer. So definitely to be on the stage to explain and help them to move through this cycle. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Laverne. Daphne.
Maria, I would have never known that was your first speech because you did it so well. You're paced, calm, and your message was so important because for everyone, because you set an intention of once you found out, you described how you felt, which is very common because as soon as people hear they have a cancer diagnosis, they walk out of the doctor's office not hearing anything but cancer. So you resonated with the people that have gotten that diagnosis. And the second thing you did was immediately set your intention on survival, and you set up a game plan and you told your daughter, this is what we're going to do. And that was key. That was very important. And that you're sharing this message with others is so important because so many people would just get into a panic and spiral downward. So you're showing people hope. So I love your message. It's going to impact a lot of people.
Beautiful. Thank you, Daphne. Ivo.
Thank you, Maria. You were so inspiring. It was very amazed about your strength, being so vulnerable and showing your emotions. This connected me so much to your story, and especially being parent as well. And just talk to your daughter. Wow, I could feel your feelings. I related so much, and this was so a living speech, not just giving something out, but it was so connected with us. I really liked it. You're a great speaker. Thank you very much for your performance.
Thank you, Ivo. Dr. Nicole.
I'm going to go with the non-emotional side because I think we all can appreciate all the emotion part of it. But I really enjoyed the structure that you had in it because you kind of said, here are the 3 lessons, boom, boom, boom. And then you went through it. Even with all the emotion in it, I could still find the structure of the lessons that you had in there. So I appreciated that part of it.
Thank you, Nicole. Nilsa.
Yes, Maria, it was very impactful to see the way you presented your story. But the message in the story about strength and about protecting your daughter and teaching your daughter, being a role model for your daughter. But at the same time, this opens up for you to share your story with, like Laverne said, with other women who are in this situation. Because if we take the diagnosis of cancer out, this could be losing a parent, losing a spouse. There's so many things that happen in life, but it's about the resilience and the strength and the approach that you take to, like Monica says, the shitty gifts that we get, and we don't even know why we get them, but they're there for a purpose. So I think in your case, you're so articulate and you're willing to be vulnerable that you can create different stages to share your message with so many people that would be inspiring. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, thank you, Nilsa. And Carolyn, thank you for coming back. I hope the dogs are under control.
I had damage last night to my house because of a tornado. So they wanted to come right away. So they just happened, but it's okay. It's okay. What I got out of Carm is that I really asked her, would you please like to be an affiliate of mine? Because I want to add your message to a seminar, something. It fits perfectly with the mindset. So I'd like to, I sent her an invitation to do that at some point. But, just like my speech, you've got things come at you your entire life. And it's how you handle it. Your resiliency is how I really believe when you have that part in you, you survive, you thrive. If you don't, you don't. That piece is absolutely imperative to get through life and to survive a lot of things and to thrive. And that to me was the takeaway, because I've always believed that. It's serious jujube. I don't know how else to say it. It's serious jujube in your life. It's a piece that you must have.
Beautiful. Thank you, Caroline. So Maria, how does it feel to receive all of that feedback?
Unexpected. I do love to work with women and men also, to inspire them and empower them to move forward. So it's a great journey for me, and it's something that had to happen. I think God said, this has to happen to you because you need to work now with these people and help them and guide them through. So I'm grateful. I really am grateful to everybody. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, Caroline. Hold on.
I really resonated with what Carmen had to say, because I think a lot of things happen to us and we go, why me? Why me? Carmen would not be here today. She would not have that message. She would not be on this path. She would not have the future life that she's preparing if she hadn't had this happen to her. And that is every one of us. Everyone, if you think back, there was this path, and that was part of your path.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. And Maria, I think you did an amazing job. And this was not a first time level. It was incredible. And I think it's testament to the incredible group that Laurie's set up here, that she's created, because, Tony Robbins always says proximity is power. And if you want success in life, if you want the best of yourself, if you want to push yourself to the next level, you've got to be in the right room. And if you want to be an incredible speaker, then I don't think there's a better room on the planet than this one to figure out how to bring your truest self to stage. We've seen some incredible examples of authenticity, vulnerability, strength, intellect, skills, expertise, laid out before us. So I want to encourage everybody, even if you spoke today, to look at what inspired you most about the other speakers and the speakers that you saw. And if you take away one thing from today, in addition to the incredible joy, fulfillment, energy, excitement, and gifts that you gave, I would love to invite you to take away one or two things that you are going to incorporate into your next speech, because there's always another level. Even if you spoke today, there's going to be another speech. And if you haven't spoken yet and you're excited about the next 4 weeks and what you're going to learn, one of the most powerful things you can do is really pay attention to what you noticed that spoke to you. we heard everyone has a different message. Everyone notices something different. So what you noticed is probably the thing that's most right for you to include into your speech so that your speech becomes world class, the way that the ones we saw today were. So I need to think about that. I want to thank you for showing up today. And if this is the end of journey number 652, like Nilsa, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You'll be getting an invitation to have a review call about this journey that you've been through. So that's Nilsa, Carolyn, and Maria. So there'll be an invitation to a review of the course and your speech and their next steps, whatever that means for you. And as we've seen from Nilsa and Carolyn, there is always another level, there is always another room to be in, and there is always, I think Nilsa, we've heard it today, you know, you are demonstrable proof that you keep getting better, you keep improving it. And I'm so proud of every single one of you today for stepping up, for integrating what you've learned, and for having faith in Laurie and the incredible tools and skills that she shared with all of us, myself included. And also Monica, I want to thank Monica as well, because I mean, I've heard Monica's incredible words probably 6, 7, 8 times if I think about the replays I've watched it. And when I listened on Monday, I heard it again with new ears. And so you are such a gift, Monica. And I think we're all incredibly blessed that Monica is a part of this academy and that she shares so much wisdom and intuition and your ability to just identify like that where people are at and just quell those nerves. And I always believe that there's 2 things that we have to do in life. Number 1 is we have to get high performance and we want to get better. We want to get to the next level. But what stops us getting to the next level is interference. What's holding us back? What are our anchors? And I think, you know, Monica has so many more tools in the kit, but I think her specialism is to just remove those anchors, to remove the interferences so that we can perform at our best. And this environment, this room, is what helps us to create the next level of performance for all of us. And I've learned something from every one of you that's spoken today and all of your shares. It's been really a blessing to be part of this. So thank you, Laurie, for letting us all be a part of this. And we'll see you next week. Oh, one more thing, because we didn't do a 1, 2, 3 mwah, for Maria. So let's all do that quickly before we finish. You ready, Maria? 1, 2, 3 mwah. We'll see you all next week, guys. Have an amazing week, an amazing weekend. See you next time.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you for carrying this forward. So appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Monica. That means a lot coming from you. I really appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.